Alright guys, so we are back in orbit. We got everything going down on, what you call it, Windstone, whatever. We're loading up a rocket to bring it up here. Down on Novice, excuse me, we are in the process of building and loading a rocket with red circuits. We are starting to run low on red circuits up here. We've only got about 3K left. So once we get all this set up, we're going to have to, and we get the Spidertron. The Spidertron is really kind of what we're pushing for. Once we get the Spidertron, we can really start clearing out Novice and expanding our resource production and things like that. So that's where we're kind of headed with that. Anyway, in the meantime, one of the things that that I was looking at is we did some research with regards to the simulations, the for the that give us the significant data, and we got a couple of levels of that. And just like some of these other things that give us, benefits to doing the stuff, we can do it a little easier with a higher level product. And the same thing here. We can basically go from doing 36 of an individual insight and getting 4 cards and 32 blank cards. We can do 18 of 2 of them and get 6 cards, or we can do 12 of each and get 8 significant data cards. Now the thing that changes with that is this takes 100 degrees C fluid, this takes 273 degrees C fluid. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to look at where we can swap these out and maybe move them and get a better situation with them. So we need to see where our minus 273 fluid is. That's 100 degree. That's all 100 degree. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to yank these out of where they are and put them off by themselves, and do and bring 100 degree or 270 minus 273 fluid up. So without disturbing the flow of everything else, let's do that. I guess let's do that first. Oh yeah, we'll do that first. So that's going to basically temporarily interrupt our science production, but that's okay. Now that was just draining that, so we can get rid of that. It really doesn't matter. And then there's our third one. Oh, no. We want to keep this there, right? Yeah, we want to keep that connected. But there we go. So now we have the 3 of those that we had. We can set them down. And with this, we're going to get back out 25 degrees C fluid. So what if we do 1, 2, 3, right? And then we shit. And then we shit. We need some more pipes. go over here and get some more pipes. How we doing on undergrounds? Let's do the quote unquote underground ones. Let's grab some pumps. That should be everything. All right. I'm grabbing the pumps just in case. I don't know if we'll need them or not. So, basically, like everything else in this game, as you improve, you know, you get better stuff. Oh wait, we only need one for each of those, don't we? Because we're going to tell that this, and this, right? And I suppose what we could do is, it's going to need each of these. So the red, the green, the pink, or purple, or whatever. So blue, green, blue, green, purplish, right, and then all three of them, and then that's going to give us an output. Actually, it's going to give us two outputs, right, because it's going to give us a blank card, and it's going to give us the data. So we'll say blank card and significant data. There we go. Now we just need fluid. Right? Right. Now we just need our minus 273 fluid. Which, are we bringing any up yet? That we can tap into? And I don't see any. So, we'll just bring a line up right here. Alright, so 273 fluid. Right? So then each of these should call for, and basically what that's going to do is, if we look at this, it's going to take 12 of each as opposed to 36 of one. So it'll split it up between each of them. But the return is where we're really looking at. We're going to get 4 with this. If we did it with 2, we'd get 6 and 30. It would be 4 and 32, 6 and 30. Or 8 and 28. Now the 8 are going to go back, and once they're red, we'll get those cards back too. So the biggest difference is we're going to get 8 out of this instead of 4 out of it, and we're going to do it 3 times. So you know it's gonna add up pretty quickly, I think. You know, once it gets rolling. So that's going to give us a lot more cards. That's my thought process anyway. So that's out of the way. That's done. Now let's talk about what we really want to talk about here. And that is this science right here, our material science. So, we are making, finally, iridium plate. Now, it doesn't seem to take a whole lot of iridium plate to make this stuff, so we should be good to go there. It does take some other things. It takes concrete, of all things, which makes sense. Compressive strength, material data, blah, blah, blah. It also takes these material testing packs. They're not going to be hard to make. We can make them in pretty much anything. We'll probably set up 2 factories for that. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Let us grab, because we're going to need to grab some gazintas and some gazatas anyway, so let's go over here and grab some gazintas and gazatas. If we got any more, we should. And we want these. We're probably going to want some more pipes. I think that's all our pipe to grounds. We'll have to, up there we go. We got that. We should have, at this point, everything we need. Alright, so let's go on over here and let's get this started, because we really want to start working towards the Spidertron. That's the whole goal with this. We're headed towards the Spidertron, guys. This is really the last technology, or the last science to get to it, but we have 2 researches to get to it. Alright, so first thing we're going to want some of these material testing packs. Let's do those, because I don't believe they need any fluid. Let's do them way up here. Doesn't matter where, we'll put them right here. We'll just put them right in here. So we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do 2. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. We may move them around, we'll see. Hell, we may do, maybe we'll do 4. We'll see. And then we're gonna want to do a provider chest. When we make these, do we get anything else? We just get the pack. Okay, good. So then we need, what do we need for them? 4 things. Copper, iron, copper, plastic, and stone. Alright. Iron, copper, plastic. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Oh, you know what? We'll have to move over. Fine. One, 2, 3. Screw you. It looks like we need a fair number of these. That's why I'm doing 4. So this is going to do these, right? And then they're going to need iron, copper, plastic, stone. We could do this all in one chest, I guess. You know, and just have it all come to one chest. But this way we get at least 2 inserters working. because that, you know, that would be our potential bottleneck. So then that should start bringing that in and should start giving it to us. Let's do, I don't know how much these stack. Let's do 2 stacks for now on each, and we'll go from there. All right, so that's going to start making those. We can go ahead and ignore that now. Let's go down here and start with our actual science. So, first things first, and of course it's the same thing as the other ones. We got to make the cards, then put the cards in the catalog, then to put the catalog into the science. So the first one, we need a thermodynamics facility. Second one, thermodynamics facility. Third one, mechanical facility. Fourth one, mechanical facility. So we got 2 and 2. So thermodynamics. Thermodynamics. Right. Move this over by 1. Line them both up. We got to hook pipes up to them. Let's do this one first. See how much it takes. We may move that down. All right. So this is our first science. Is a material testing pack and a blank card, cold thermofluid. Let's see what these other ones need. So this one's going to need -10. This one's going to need plasma. This one's going to need lubricant, and this one's going to need lubricant. Okay. So different stuff for each one. Great. We'll make it work. We'll bring them all up here. Okay, so this one's this. And then we need 2 gazintas. And 1 is the things and 1 is blank cards. So 1 is that. And 1 is that. And then that's going to give us contaminated scrap and our data. All right. So contaminated scrap and our data card. Right? All right. So now we just got to worry about bringing our fluid in, and we're just going to probably bring it in down there for that one. That's just going to be the easiest way to do it. We'll bring all of the out the other side. So let's move this one down a little bit. We can move it down a little bit, I think. Hell, we might even... Nah. Let's not bunch it up too much. Alright, so this one needs plasma stream in, and it doesn't care what comes out. Okay. And then we need 2 inputs. And we're going to get how many outputs? 2. All right. So this is going to need the box and a blank card. All right. So the box and a blank card, and it's going to come out with the crappy stuff. Flame card, right? And then we just got to put our input. So that one's done, with the exception of piping. Then, next, well, let's make sure first what... Alright, we need lube in, and we're going to get contaminated cosmic water out. and scrap out, which I'm not worried about. Lube in and lube in. All right. So if we do that, right? And we do that, and we do that, then we can lube in both of them. Or we can contaminate it, both of them, out and lube in. Let's do that. Contaminate it out, lube in. Alright, there we go. Alright, and then we need 1, 2, 3, 4 in, 3 out. 1, 2, 3, 4 in, 3 out. Right? Don't ask me why I use multiple chests. It just works for me. Box, steel, iridium, blank card. So, box, steel, iridium, blank card, right? And then it's going to give us, oh, it's going to give us back iridium plates. That's not so bad, huh? Alright, so this is going to be our data. This is going to be iridium plate occasionally. And this is going to be scrap, right? Alright, so there we go. There's that one. Then this one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Same thing. 4. Oh, let's put it up here. Fine. Not a problem. Alright, so this is going to need box, concrete, iridium plate, and blank card. So box. Concrete. Iridium plate. And blank card. And it's going to give us iridium plate, scrap, and our increment and our data. So data, iridium plate, and scrapola. Okay. And luckily, we can do that. Right? There we go. Now, we just need to bring our fluids up. And our return fluids back. Right? Right. Okay. So, this one is a return fluid back. This one has nothing but an input. So we could and are going to that. Right. That brings us that back. And then we need minus 100. That should be this one, yep. Make sure we're taking it from the right one. We did that before. And sometimes I use pipes and sometimes I use undergrounds. The reason I'm using undergrounds is because I don't want to interfere with the other ones. Up here I don't mind using pipes. I know I'm not going to interfere with anything. So, now we need our plasma stream. Pipes are cheaper than elbows, so that's why I try to use the elbows if I can, or the pipes if I can. Alright, so this needs lube, right? And lube all the way down here. We're gonna have to bend it, maybe. No, we don't have to bend it. Right? All right, so we are making all of those. Next, we gotta take those and make material insights and catalogs. So that's in a supercomputer with minus 100 and a supercomputer with minus 100. Where do we have minus 100? Well, we have it down here that we're bringing in, right? But can we put it someplace else? Oh, to hell with it. You know what? We'll put it right here. We'll just bring another line up. So, one there, one there. So these are going to do, they're going to give us so they're both going to give us both going to give us 25 out. And a catalog and 25 out, card in a catalog, or card in a thing. Let's do this. Alright, first things first, this needs one of each card. Are we doing them? need some more chests. Now I could have let my bots do it and bring them to me, but it would have taken longer. I fly faster than the bots do, and I can go specifically where I need to go. They wander around. Alright. So, this one needs 4 inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And an output. Oops. Actually, yes, just 1 output, so we can do this. Alright, so that's 1 of each. So that's that one. That one. That one. That one. Right? And then this needs 1 input and 2 outputs. 1 input, 2 outputs. And that's going to be our insight and our card. Material insight, blank card, catalog. Right? Right. And then alright, so this is going to come down to there. And this is going to come down to there. Right. Alright, there we go. So there's that. Now, that's going to give us this science, which is made in a space factory. Space manufacturing. And that's going to give us this, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 inputs, 2 outputs. And can we? Yeah, that'll work. Because we can come up here and there and down there to there. Right? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I think it's 2. 2. Jump card and science. Jump card. Science. Iridium plate. Significant data catalog. Significant data. Catalog. And insight. Insight. Ta-da! Now that should start making that science. We'll just have to wait for it to get significant data and a material. One and one. Alright, so what are we waiting on here? We are waiting on compression strength. Alright, there it goes. So that's going to make the catalog. Take it to the right one. Take it to that one. Thank you. Now we just need a significant data. So let's go up here and check on these guys that we set up here and see how they're doing. Alright. And then we can also we could do this significant data down here, but is it worth it? I don't know if it's worth it. But what we can look at is significant data. Can we research? No, these are 2, 2, and 2. So that doesn't give us much. That was what I was looking for, because this is the one that we researched and gave us that. Now there is a 4, but we're not ready for it yet. We're missing quite a lot of stuff along the way. Now there's 2 more 3s, but we're missing stuff for the 3s. We're missing stuff for that one. What are we missing? Oh, we're missing these 2. If we research these 2, that would give us this 3, that we could combine the other 3, which ultimately would give us a 4 once we had all this other stuff. Yeah. I don't know that it's worth it to make another significant data manufacturing for just this one. We don't have a computer anyway right now. We'll see. That's all we're waiting on right now is the significant data. Maybe we can steal one from somebody else. Yeah, there's one right there. We can. There we go. We'll steal 10 of them. Because it's 1 per. That'll give us 10 science. That'll give us 10 of these. Now the cryogun we're still waiting on. What are we waiting on for the cryogun? Where are we on the cryogun? I think we're waiting on blue science. I think it's blue. Yeah, so we need some more blue space science. Where is our blue space science? What is it waiting on? Significant data. Alright. Can we steal a couple more from this guy? He's being a hog. So that's going to give us the cryogun. And then now we got the science that we wanted. We can research this sucker, which only takes 10, which is why we're doing the 10. And then we can go after this, which is 1,000. It's going to take, you know, a while. But, you know, it's okay. We can get it. That's the important thing. So there we go. Goes the blue. Because that Spidertron's gonna make a world of difference on the planet. We'll be able to load it up with personal defense lasers, and between that and the nukes, we'll be able to clear out a whole bunch of biters, and that will enable us to alright, what are we waiting on? Huh? We gave you a bunch. How many does it need? One. That should take care of the cryo gun. There it is. Cryo gun is done. Now, we want... I mean, there's other things we could take. We could up this, what have you. That would only take 10. We could get better with some of this other stuff. We want the Spidertron. Goals, baby. So that's going to take 10 of the material science packs. And then Spidertron is going to take 1,000 green and 1,000 material. So what we may do, well, that's okay, because we're only able to take, we're only asking for 200 of each of these, and that's okay if they sit there. And what we're going to do is we're going to limit each of these to a stack so that they don't get carried away on building up more than we need. 1, 2, 3. And 4. There it is. Now each time this makes it, it makes how many? 1 or 2? Looks like it makes, oh, it makes 2. So 500 processes will make 1,000. Sweet. We're going to give this guy this other significant data just to give him a starting advantage, because we need green and we need yellow, or we need the life science or whatever it is, and we need that science. And we already have 114 of the bioscience. So we're 1/10 of the way there on the bioscience already. Oh, and I guess it would help to tell this to now request that science. We ain't going to do any research unless it brings it over here. Now we'll have that science going. There it comes. Right there. Look how fast that sucker's processing. It's only 10, so it goes quick. All right, now we're researching Spidertron, and that's going to take a long time. What else does this girder thing give us, though? Let's get down here and look and see if this girder thing gives us anything. It just gives us the heavy girder. All right, so what does the heavy girder give us? Usage. Weapons delivery capsule. The railgun. We could make a railgun if we had the science for the railgun. Railgun darts. Ballistic data shielding. Ballistic shielding data. Weapons delivery cannon. Energy beam receiver. Energy beam chamber. Energy beam emitter. Energy beam injector. Explosion shielding data. Nice. Heavy composite. Impact shielding. Material science pack 2s, which we're not anywhere near ready for science pack 2s. Nano material fusion test data. Pressure containment data. Construction pylon. Rigidity data. Holmium accumulator. Space platform plating. Which, if you guys remember back to when I first got up here to the space platform, I thought you needed to have this to walk around. This is like laying down concrete or bricks. It just makes your walking faster. Space probe rocket silo. Yeah. I don't want to get into that stuff yet. Spaceship clamps. Supercharger. I wonder what the supercharger does. And the Spidertron, which is what we want. That's what we're shooting for, is the Spidertron, guys. So, have we done any research on it yet? Oh, look, a teeny sliver. It doesn't even show up here. That's how little we've done. We need the yellow. We need that material packs. So, now it's just a waiting game on that, guys. We just gotta wait on our stuff down here. And, you know, our catalogs. So we just gotta wait on our data. And it looks like our compression data is moving the slowest. Data cards. Data cards are a problem. There's two things we have to bump up our shipping production of down on Navis, and that's red cards, because we are hurting on red cards and we're not making a lot of them. So how are we doing? Yeah, we're halfway through what we just shipped up. So red cards and these rough data storage. Now we're doing not too bad on that now, but we were hurting on those for a while. How are we doing on fluids? It looks like we are okay on all of our fluids at this point. Alright guys, so there we go. We now have material science, and we are working on Mr. Spidertron. Now everything else, we can go all the way to, well, hell. Well, no, that's a secondary science. That's a secondary science. That's a secondary science. But all of the rest of this stuff we are making the science for it, guys. Except for the holmium accumulators and the gamma ray telescope and the radio telescope. We are now making the science that we can research all of this stuff. Now we're not making it in huge chunks, but we are making it. Railgun would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Takes 200. We want the Spidertron first, but then we could do the railgun. High damage, slow rate of fire. Might be fun to play with. So yeah, there's that. Oh, speaking of which, I just saw the train there. The other thing we did is we managed to research space trains. Where is it? We got our space choo-choo. So now we can make space choo-choo tracks. And space choo-choo tracks require... Oh, we're shy on our steel plate by 2. Alright. We'll just run up here and get some steel plate real quick. Should have some steel plate up here. Oh, you know what? It's because it's in here now. Has its own shipping thing now. Alright. Let us make... We need space manufacturing plant. Do we have one? No. Of course we don't. Why would we? We better have... There we go. I was going to say, we better have one, damn it. I want to do this. Alright. Space choo-choo tracks. So, 100 copper, 100 rail, 100 steel, and 1 energy catalog give us 100 space rails. So there's what the space choo-choo tracks look like. And apparently, you can put these... oh, there's the curve. Okay, so they basically just a reskinned version of the train tracks. And then let's see something, just for curiosity's sake. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. There we go. Well, now we have space railroad tracks. And we are on our way to Mr. Spidertron. That's our big deal. Is we are on the way to Spidertron. You know, we got 1,000 to go, but we'll get there. Excuse me. All right, guys. So there it is. We are now making material science. That's all 4 of our base science, our base space sciences, and that'll get us a long ways. So now we can start pulling back from designing the science, and we can start concentrating on material handling. We can get this set up on the ground so that we can start shipping the stuff. We can start upping our manufacturing processes on the ground to get more stuff up here. So I think at this point we are going to probably be headed back to Novice to start working on the other end of this, and start researching how to set the logistics part of this up like I wanted to set it up. All right, guys, that's it. I will I'll talk to you later. You guys have a good Halloween tonight. All right, bye.